That's decided it, hasn't it? I thought both defences were well on top in the game. We needed a little bit more spark at the top end of the pitch. We didn't have it first half, but on the other side we were up against a strong wind, so we were happy to get a 0-0. Started the second half really brightly. Had 2-3 opportunities, and I think the goal was in the wholesales a little bit. We said that the back six have kind of done their job in terms of keeping us in the game. We need the front four to win us the game. There could have been better service going to them, and I think they did feed on scraps a little bit today. But I'd say the same for them. They're fed on scraps, and if you ask their front two, they haven't really had opportunities. So we just needed that a little bit more. And I'm looking at Jaheim just after half time broke through, Friday towards the end had an opportunity. So there wasn't a lot of opportunities out there, but that was where we just needed that little bit more. But how many times have I come up here and said our front four haven't been at it? It's very rare. So I'm not going to go at them. Players like Chris Sutherland, Jaheim, they're explosive players who, when they haven't got that, just lack a little something. And today, you can see, I think we just caught up with Chris a little bit, and Jaheim's been out with his concussion, so we got them off early, but we didn't really get that creative. We started sitting a little bit more, and it was difficult to break through them lines.
Yeah, he did get a bit desperate towards the end, didn't he? Knocking it forward, and he was done with it. Not a lot of care at times, wasn't it? Because it was too much on it, or it was onto their heads, wasn't it?
Yeah, we just needed a bit more composure in the middle of the pitch at times. It was pretty obvious when you put the ball over the top with the speed we were going to. We was going to run through the goalkeeper with the wind. It was a difficult day out there in terms of getting the ball down and playing. Even passes along the floor, but it seemed to be bobbling today even on our surface. And like I said, I don't think there was a lot in the game. They definitely shaded the first half with the wind behind the backs. I thought we shaded the first 15 before they scored. That's when I think we needed to score, just after our time, when we come out the blocks. We got the pin in, had them chances. But the game's been decided by the wonder strike.
The goal at the end, or the disallowed goal, 5 minutes from the end, I mean, we were pretty thought it was a dubious decision in the end.
I think you can see by players' reactions, and our players run back as though that's a goal. Yeah. You look at their players and there's desperate appeals for me. I think you get a feel for it in terms of how it is. It's an easy one to give. I think it's an easy one to give, where if the ref was brave about it, for me that goal should stand. We're a long way from it, to be fair, so I can't be positive on that. But again, major decisions, has a ref done anything wrong? No, the decisions that do get made throughout the game, I can't understand some of them, but that's a weekly basis now.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of Jaheim, he had a difficult afternoon, a difficult first half. Those players getting on at him a bit. His shoulders seem to slump a little bit. Lacking any confidence, do you think?
Yeah, well, he's been out for. He trained on Thursday and Friday after his concussion, so he's up to speed fitness-wise. But maybe because he's been out without training and without really doing anything, he did lack that little bit of spark. But this is what you get with young players, isn't it? When we've been through this season, we know when players aren't performing during games at a young age, it's hard for them to get out of it. But we've got full confidence in Jaheim. He's got a lot of ability. I think he created our best opportunity with that little run that he did, but he just looked a little bit lacking in of energy, and same with Chris on the other side, and that's when that happens. It's a massive part of our game, a huge part of it. Pratty ran his heart out up top, but it's one of them for me. Could have had better service, yes, without a doubt, but on days like this we needed to make more of the service that we did get.
Pleasing side of it though, as I said, defended really well today, especially I thought John and Tom Dean were outstanding at the back, and they didn't really carve any opportunities. Like I said, goal came from a lovely strike, didn't it?
Yeah, a couple of counter-attacking opportunities towards the end, but apart from that it was I felt secure with it. I think Lloyd made a couple of good saves, but they were generally shots from distance. Even probably their best chance, the header that got cleared off the line, I think that's ricocheted off two people's heads, so they didn't really cut us open at all. And for me, we should be coming out of that game with at least a 0-0, because I can't say we created any opportunities for the end of it. The lads have done well with the defending. What can you say about the goal? It's a quality goal from a very good player.
Funny enough, we had Paddy Miller up here at our time. He said 0-0 because he said, obviously, because you and Daz know each other that well, it's kind of cancelling each other out, aren't you?
Well, we played our formation that we always play. They played their formation, so we knew what was coming both sides, and we did kind of cancel each other out. There's always going to be a little bit of magic that was going to decide the game, and that's what we said to our front four at half time. Look, we haven't played well in the first half, but the six players behind you have kept us in the game. Now go and win it for us. and unfortunately we couldn't do that. And it's a tough one to take, because for me that game we should be coming out at least a point in that game, but we haven't. We have to move on.
They said it all.
That's limited.
Yeah, it's just apart from the first kind of 5 minutes of the second half, there wasn't that many chances created. So trying to put the ball into the channel. Was that the idea?
No, if it's a pass forward, you play the pass forward to feet. If it's not, we'll try and hit Bratty in the channels. But we did look for that. We did look for that one in behind a little bit too much, and the wind was that strong. It just kept taking it out of play. I thought, listen, we defended well. I think they defended well as well. So there's two teams that have put in good performances, and one bit of magic won the game. I'll go back to the service wasn't good enough, but the service that we did get into the front four, we just needed a little bit more out of it.
Well, we'll catch up next week and chat about Morpeth during the week.
Yeah, cheers, fellas, cheers.